Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the show. We are back with some amazing products over here on the Jackery show. Now, guys, if you've been following us for a while, you know that there are a bunch of amazing products that Jackery makes. They keep coming out with newer stuff all the time as well. Surprise package dropped today. We will be showing that probably in the future at some point, not during this show today. But we do have some new stuff for you guys coming. Now, with that, bunch of great deals. First and foremost, you're going to see that 5% banner off down there spinning around in that circle for you. Now, that banner is going to be spinning on purpose because, hey, that banner is going to tell you guys that, hey, they got 5% off of that discount code. Now, I'm actually going to sit here and I'm going to attempt to recreate something because I feel like we had a banner spinning there that shouldn't have been spinning. Now, yep, we did. So I'm going to fix this. Bear with me as we kind of correct some of our banners. Now I'm going to add a couple banners. Going to add this one too, and then we should be good. All right, fix the banners. Now we're good to go. Like I was saying, we're going to start the show off with, of course, like the 1000 V2. Now, you're going to see the 1000 V2 for like $448.98. That's like a 44% savings, but it is an amazing, amazing power station that's going to do very, very well for a lot of you. Now, rather it be just quick emergencies, it will do good. Rather it be, want to run your refrigerator for a little bit, it can do that as well. Now, it is only 24 pounds. You probably see it on the table behind me. If we switch camera angles, you guys are going to get a better look at these. Now, we have the 2000 V2 sitting there. We have the 1000 V2. We're talking about the middle station on that table. Now, the 1000 V2 is a beautiful, beautiful little piece of technology. 1,070 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in 1 hour time in emergency situations. Your standard 2 hours charging time is standard with this device in normal charging quick charge mode. But they made it so with the app control, you guys can switch on emergency charging, have it charged in 1 hour time, and you're up and running, which is amazing. They also have the flashlight on the front. Now, flashlight is app controlled as well. Now, unfortunately, I do not have the 1000 V2 connected up to this, but I can actually grab the 2000 V2, turn on the flashlight next to it, and you guys can see how it just came on from app control. I can even adjust it with brightness. I can even do SOS pattern with that. And it'll be the same with the 1000 V2 sitting right next to it. We can do all of that with app control. Now, you're going to have a 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter style plug. Now, that's going to be your standard DC style connections. That 12 volt 10 amp is going to be for, like let's say plug in some jumper cables if you guys want to charge your battery. You guys can do that. They make a plug for that. It's also going to allow you to plug in like the old air compressors or other devices in between with that. And it's going to allow you to work those types of things, which is amazing. Now, you guys could also do the 30 watt USB-C port that's below that, or the 100 watt USB-C port that's in the middle of that, or even at the very bottom of those plugs is an 18 watt USB-A port. Now, those are all going to allow you to charge, of course, your USB-A and USB-C devices from your MacBooks, your tablets, your laptops, your gaming consoles, your flashlights, or anything else in between. Maybe you want to charge a power bank. Maybe you want to charge or run your Olight little light bulb. You guys could do that with that, of course, as well. And Olight makes some amazing lights that would work well connected up to these systems. And Olight does do some phenomenal products. Like, you guys could grab the USB-A plug right here. You guys can connect it up. And then, of course, you guys can charge and run this beautiful little flashlight just by plugging it in. We'll actually turn it on and show you guys how that would work. So, if we power this on, we turn on the DC plug. Come on over here, plug in the Olight little ball or the Olight sphere, and allow it to charge. And then you're going to have that beautiful glow. And the cool part is if I take that off, guys, we can actually change out the types of patterns We could actually do with this. We could make it like a little flashlight glows and everything. So that's the cool part about having a system like this. We can change those glows, plug it in, and charge devices like the Olight flashlight off a Jackery power station. Now, while doing that, you're going to notice that the screen's going to show you guys the indication of how much wattage is being pulled out of that USB port. It's 2 watts of draw. That's it. Just 2 watts of draw coming off of that beautiful little light. And that's the beautification of this. And it's going to tell you guys how long it's going to run and everything in between there. We'll just let that stay connected up for the show. It's a beautiful little light. I mean, honestly, I love Olight. They make some good stuff. And of course, Jackery can run that stuff. So you have the capacity of that. Now, you guys can run a lot more than that if you wanted to. Your standard 2-hour charging. But if you had solar panels, guys, like 2.5 hours with 2 of the beautiful, beautiful solar panels to charge that. Now, you could do, let's say, projectors, drones, space heaters, Bluetooth speakers, anything and everything in between. But for $448 in a 24-pound package, it's an amazing idea and, of course, a great addition to your home or your backup technologies. If that is not the variation you're kind of looking for, they offer a package deal as well. So the package deal is going to be like the 1000 V2 and those 2 100-watt solar panels. Now, you guys could get that, of course, for like $748. And I think that one comes with the new 100-watt minis. What's up, Phil? What's up, Darthwing? Hey, Phil, you see the Olight? There's an Olight down there. Now, for $748, you're going to get, of course, that 1000 V2 and 2 100-watt solar panels. For $748, that is an amazing deal. And then you have that great charge time with those panels, of course. It's going to be like a 3-hour charge rate with 400 watts of charging, which is a decent charge time for solar and all of those other pieces. Now, I can say, Jackery came out with another panel, which I am very, very happy to be having on hand. And I'm going to be getting to as well. What's up, buddy? What's up? Yeah, we're multi-streaming again tonight. We kind of figured out some of the quirks and issues. It turns out when OBS likes to do updates, it changes our settings. So now I just check the settings before the streams and we're live. If you don't want the dual solar panel and the single 1000 V2, guys, you can get the single 100-watt panel and the 1000 V2 for like $599. Still a 43% savings, which is amazing. I think there's like 43 hours left of this deal on that one. So you have the different variations. Station by itself, station with 2 panels, station with a single panel. You guys pick and choose. Definitely do that. Now, we're going to move into one of their newer products. And I'm going to talk about this product's maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks old, right? The 3600. Now, the 3600 Plus is going to be one of those products. I'm going to have to change angles. I'm going to have to change cameras. We're going to pop down here and be like, man, it's really dark. And unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do about the camera and how it starts to darken up down here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get up. I'm going to kind of move a light with this. Hopefully you guys can kind of see this a little bit better. And of course, that's going to be this bad boy right here. This is the 3600 Plus. Now, the 3600 Plus is a 70-pound power station. Now, at 70 pounds, this is going to be like a full home device that could still be taken on the go. And that's what I kind of like about this one. I want to go here with this because it's got a lot of those great additions that you would expect in a whole home piece, but with the still portability because it has wheels, it's got handles, it's got, of course, a nice little tilt and handle that's going to allow you to roll it around as well. With this, you got a lot of power in this 3600 Plus, and we're going to go here. You have over 3,584 watt hours of power in this 77-pound device. Now, you're going to have the large screen, full app control. You're going to have dual USB-C ports. So you got 2 100-watt USB-C ports. You have 2 18-watt USB-A ports. You have 4 of these AC outlets on the bottom. Now, these AC outlets are going to do 3,600 watts of pure sine wave power through those devices. Now they also have your NEMA style plug. Now the NEMA style plug is a well done adapter for those of you that need that NEMA connection. Now it is created with the cell to body technology. It's going to have that LifePo 4 cell system, and it's going to have a decent charge time. It's literally going to take you 2.5 hours to charge this device on a wall plug at 1800 watts of charge rate. Now, if you wanted to, you guys could do, let's say, 1,000 watts of solar panels. That's going to be like a 4-hour charge time with 1,000 watts of solar panels. Connect up the solar panels and, of course, that wall charger. You guys can charge it at 2 hours. Quick charging, 2 hours. And you can dual charge the system. Now, the system alone, 3,584 watt hours of power. Has expandability, though, so you guys can expand it. I'm going to take a sip of water real quick. So there is expandability with this. The NEMA style plug is perfect for all situations. You have that 120, 240 connectability, dual charging system, right? And they will allow you to do that. It's got it's paired with an MTS system, so the manual transfer station can work with that plug. So like your manual transfer station will have that. They recommend it can work into like -4 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, New England hits colder than that most of the time during winter, so you might want to protect it slightly in certain areas to make sure it's reliable for you. It should have over 12-month battery lifespan, so if you fully charge it, leave it sit, and come back to it in 12 months, it will still be fully charged. Do I recommend leaving it charged and not touching it during those times? Not really. Every 2.5 months, plug it in, re-tinder it, check it out, and check everything you need with this. Now, low power solar generator, LFP, LifePo cells, low power. I consider low power because it's 1,000 watts. It's not like a 4,000 watt solar panel connection. Now, with it, it's going to work well. You should be able, off this device, run, let's say, a 200 watt refrigerator for like a couple days. You guys could run a 330 watt cooker. I'm going to say 330 watt rice cooker. That's going to be raw power, instant power, 7.5 hours. As in where a fridge kicks on and off, so you're going to have a longer time span with that. For those that want to do your 800 watt kitchen stove, you might get 3.5 to 4 hours with that one, depending on what you're really trying to do. 120 hours with the, let's say, 5 watt light bulb. 36 hours with your flat screen TV, maybe 7 hours with the little 350 watt space heater, and all of those other pieces. And that's the cool part about this. You guys have a wide variety that can be used on the 3600 Plus. From cell phones to tablets, Wi-Fi routers. You could plug in, let's say, your robot vacuum and charge your robot vacuum off of this if you really needed to. VR headsets, you have just a nice wide variety. But you're not limited with the 3600 Plus just indoors and certain devices. You guys could do your blowers, your weed eaters, your hand drills, electric water pumps. Even your table saws can be plugged into this without an issue. Now, for the price point of $1,800, it's a well-rounded system. It's 36% off now. You guys, because you're spending over $1,000 on this, you guys will get a 5% discount code. That discount code will drop it down a little bit more than under $1,800, which is phenomenal. Now, you guys could also get it as a package deal. You could get the 3600 Plus with 2 of the, I believe it's going to be the 200 watt solar panels. Normally $3,700 if I can remember off the top of my head. It's like $2,200 tonight. About a 41% savings, which is decent. That's actually really decent savings. And again, use the 5% discount code that's in that banner down there, the 2025 SEP Live, which is September Live. And you guys will get another 5% off of that purchase price. Now, by adding this station and 2 of those 200 watt panels, you're at 400 watts of charging. Remember, it could take 1,000 watts of solar panels. Hey, yeah, Justin, we're good. It looks like the everything worked for us. I do see you writing over there. Now, because me being me, I'm always going to gear you guys towards the full package. So get the 3600 plus package deal. Now, that's going to be this station, the 2 solar panels that we just talked about, and an extra battery. Now, that extra battery is going to double your battery capacity. So you went from 3,584 watt hours of power to 7,168. That's right, 7,168 watt hours of power with a single battery. You can add 5 batteries, and I think by adding 5 batteries is going to give you guys about 43 or so kilowatts of power. That's a large amount of power with that. So by adding batteries, you guys have the capacity. The kit, the 3600 plus, the panels, and of course the battery is $3,700 today. Normally about $5,900, I think it is, like $5,899. I'm just going to round up to $5,900. So you're saving 30%, 37% off by getting the package deal of 3600 plus. 3600 plus is an amazing little piece. I've actually had a little bit of hands-on time with it. A little bit busy to get all the hands-on time I really want. But like I said, large screen, which is beautiful. So you got that nice large screen. Adaptation comes with, of course, the charging cable. So you guys get cable. You're going to get the user manual. The user manual is going to walk you through the plug connections. So it's going to tell you guys the 8020 and the 7909 adapter. It's going to give you guys the power rundown, how to reset the, of course, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi connectivity, and all of the other pieces. Now, the one thing I really do wish I could show you guys on the top of the 3600 Plus is different than I think every other station I have. It's got a carbon fiber pattern look with that. So it does have that nice carbon fiber pattern look. I'm going to be really honest, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to mention it or not, but there is a new 100-watt panel that would go great with this system. So there is a new 100-watt panel that's either has dropped or is dropping rather soon and would go amazingly well with this system for your whole home. So you have those 3 options: system by itself, system with, of course, solar panels, and, of course, system, battery, and solar panels. Remember, you guys can always get extra batteries. I think the batteries are... I think each extra battery is like $1,500 right now. It's like a 29% savings. So if you need the extra batteries, they're out there. So by adding all the extra batteries, you're going to expand your runtime. You're going to expand your battery capacity. That means you guys can keep your home up and running longer, maybe your wood shop, and all of that. You want to see it, Phil? I can attempt to show you guys the carbon fiber top. I have no problems with attempting to show you guys the top. I'm not going to say it's actually carbon fiber. It's the look of it. So let me do this. Let's see if we can tip this to you. So I don't know if you guys can see the pattern on the top. So it's got a really nice carbon, it's a fiber inlay pattern. Now, I'm going to say it's probably pressed on, but it has a beautiful pattern on it. And I kind of like that. So really nicely. And you guys can see how I'm tipping 77 pounds around like it's nothing. So they did leverage it with this handle that tied up in the back of this very well. So really kind of cool piece. Yeah, I like the addition of the look. It gives it a nice pleasing aesthetic look to it. I really do like that new aesthetic look to it. You see the bright glow orby? We got a big orb glowing back here too. Yeah, I like it. It's a nice touch to it. I love how they also created the leverage. I mean, it's really nicely leveraged. Like, you would expect 77 pounds to not be that easily tippable, but they made it really well. And of course, it does have all of the nice wheels on the bottom, so it does have casters. It's got the 2 large 3-inch wheels. It's going to allow you to roll it pretty much wherever you could ever need to roll one of these devices. So just a great option for those of you that need something like that. Any questions? Now, remember though, I will tell you guys, when you hook up the solar panel connections, it's on the side. So that is probably something we didn't show. Let's kind of flip it over. Let's show you guys the side connections. I totally forgot about those. Let's show you guys all that. So over here, you're going to have your wall plug. That's going to be your 1800 watt AC plug. So you guys can charge it 1800 watts. You have your two 8020 DC plug adapters. So that's where you're going to plug your solar panels in. Your two AC switches. And then you have your AC adapter connection. Now this is where you guys are going to plug in your manual transfer station into it, or your STS through that, or you guys can pair it up with the second 3600 plus. Down here is also going to be your battery expansion. I don't have the extra battery for this or the cable, but it is a nice square plug style cable, and it's going to lock into place, which is great. You'll have to press two clips to unlock it. You also get the first look of the cooling sides or the open air vents with this. And if we drop it down even farther, you can see the nice large wheels with this. That's another great piece with them. So they do want you to be very, very happy with their product. And by adding all of that, including the nice rugged orange handles, you guys can move it around without a problem. So $1,800 for the system by itself, or you guys could get the system with the solar panels for like $21.99. And if you want the full package with the extra battery, it's $36.99. All of those packages do allow you to use the 5% off discount code because you're spending over that price point. So you have that option to use the code. Let's see if I can move this back without running my foot over. Do I see EV charging port? Yes, kind of. Yeah, it has the adapter. It is a NEMA style plug. The NEMA style plug can actually, if you have the adapter down port, can be plugged into what I would like to say is your RV plugs and all of that. So you do have to have the adapter to adapt it down. But yeah, it does have the NEMA plug up there. For some reason, I can't think of the plug today off the top of my head. But yeah, it's got that plug, buddy. Plug. Is that what you're talking about right there? Or were you talking about the square port? That's a good question. Yeah, so it's got the square port for the extra battery and everything else. No, the side. So the side one, that square plug is actually for the battery. It's the extendable battery. But yeah, it's got that square look. Yeah. It's an amazing little piece right there. I must admit, very, very phenomenal product. Yeah. All right, guys. So with that, you have the options of an amazing station that I do recommend. Now we also have. I'm going to say we also have the 1000 V2 with the 200 watt solar panel option for like I think it's like $698. Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. The Olight Spear is sitting there. The Olight Spear is connected up and actually running off of that. Were you not here when I popped it out? What's going on about that? Oh yeah, no problem, Fernando. Thank you for getting me for the information for that. Yeah, I'm all of a sudden sneezing. Was in it. Of course you were. All right, we're going to talk about the 300. We're going to kind of go a little quick with this one. Now, this is a nice little portable power station that's going to come in at about $169, 293 watt hours of power, and a handheld device. So, nice handheld device, 7 pounds. Hi, hey, Trevor, what's up, buddy? Yep. What's up, my guy? So, 7 pounds, 293 watt hours of power. Can be carried around like a boombox or used as a weight. If you guys really need to use it as a weight, you have the portability of this. Nice silicone pads on the bottom. You have two AC outlets that is going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 500 if you need to. It's a 3.5 hour charge time on the wall plug by itself. Now there's an optional way of charging it by the wall plug and of course the USB-C port, which is right there. There's a USB-C port with the 2-hour charge time. I don't know why I'm sneezing, man. Now it does have the 12-volt 10-amp plug. It's got a fixed handle, and it's got two USB-A ports. Now the 60-watt USB-C port is a bi-directional port. You can charge it or you can charge out with that. Anyway, I'm not even going to go there right now, Trevor, because I was fighting it. It's a nice update, but yeah, I was fighting that update on my phone. It was definitely one of those things. Now, you could run your Nintendo Switch off of this for like 40 hours if you wanted to. You guys could do probably about 14 cell phone charges. You guys could run your flat screen TV for 4.5 hours. Your CPAP machine without the heated mask for over 6 hours without a problem with that. And that's a great option. For $169, it is a great product to be had. And I love that idea of that. So really, really great little option by itself. By adding it, though, you guys can, of course, get it with the 100-watt panel for like $315. Now, the 100-watt panel is a beautiful panel. This panel is an amazing panel. This panel is foldable, flexible, lightweight. Guys, probably maybe less than 20 pounds total weight between the two. I'm going to say this is a super light panel. I have no problems carrying this around. I honestly have no problems carrying both of these around in one hand. It's just a little awkward because the panel starts flapping. But $299 package deal, normally a $500 price point. You have the 100-watt panel. Of course, if you had the 100-watt panel on this, you guys are going to have about a 7-hour charge time or so with that. Not a bad charge time with solar panels. Waterproof, water resistant, can be perfect on the go. Taken to the campsite, used pretty much wherever you want to use this device at. So with that, the 300 is a great little option for those of you that need a system of that size. Sheila, good evening. Welcome to the show. Ignore me because I keep sneezing. I did some house cleaning today and probably shouldn't have did it. Now we're going to move back to the table and we're going to go over to the 500 because we do have the Jackery Explorer 500 as well here. This is another great option for you. 518 watt hours of power, 13-pound package, about a 5-hour charge time with this device on a wall plug. Same with the cigarette car lighter in your plug in your car. 100-watt panel is about a 7.5-hour charge time. Yet again, with this, it's just the way it works. It only charges at 100 watts. That's where you're limited with this. Now, it's got 3 USB-A ports. It's got an AC outlet. It's got a flashlight on the side, fixed handle, 12-volt 10-amp DC plugs, and of course your 6.2 millimeter plug or 6.5 millimeter plugs, and then your 8 millimeter DC input plug. Digital display, flashlight, 2 modes, low light or SOS pattern with that. Cy, what's up, buddy? Now, Sheila, I will drop you a hint of what I got later after show. Now, it's a phenomenal product. With it, price point's about $315, normally a $500 price tag. Again, you can get the 500 with, of course, the 100-watt solar panel for like $499. It's normally an $800 price tag. $800 is a great package, but of course, with this one with the 100-watt, it's $499. We already showed you the 3600. I've had the 3600 and the 5000 for a while. We've been showing the 3600. So a new product dropped, and I haven't showed it yet. There's a new product out there that dropped. Now with it, we're going to go to the table. We're going to talk about the 2000 V2. We have a lot of products kind of going a little slow. 2000 V2, 2042 watt hours of power at $849 today. Normally a $1,500 price tag with that. No hints out there? Yes, there's hints. It's foldable. It's flexible. It's curvable. uh, so with the 2000 V2, guys, you're going to have a standard 2-hour quick charge time with that, which is great. With the rest of it, you guys are going to have a 1-hour quick charge time if you really need to. Now, that 1-hour quick charge time is an amazing little product to be had. And that's the great piece with this. Now, of course, on hand, you guys can do a lot more. You have 3 AC outlets that are going to do 2200 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 4400 if you really need to. Flashlight that does 3 modes of brightness: SOS pattern, highlight, low light. Again, with the app, we can actually activate that. Turn on, let's say, the flashlight just like by hitting the button, and the flashlight comes on. If I want to shut it off, just hit the flashlight. If I want to turn on that digital display, I just turn it on by the app or shut it off by the app with that. Now, it has, of course, the 30-watt panel. It has the 30-watt USB-C port, has the 100-watt USB-C port, has the 18-watt USB-A port, and that 12-volt 10-amp plug. When fully charged on a wall plug, it's going to take you a standard 2 hours. If you put it in emergency charge rate, about a 1-hour charge time. If you want to, though, with solar panel and, of course, wall plug, 50-minute charge time on hand is where you're going to be at. Now, if you had 2 of the 200-watt solar panels, it's about a 4.5 to 5 hour charge time with this device. Now, created with cell-to-body technologies. And that's the cool part about this. Now, I love the option of this because you have a lot of options to be ran off this. You could do a 200-watt desktop PC for 12 hours. You could do a 1150-watt window AC for about 2 hours. You could do, let's say, your flat screen TV for a multitude of hours because it's only 60 watts. Probably over 30 hours of watch time with that, right? So maybe you get about 70 or so cell phone charges if you really wanted to. It's just the variety of devices. Let's say you want to run a shop vac outside, about 2.5 hours with that shop vac. You guys could also do 8 hours with the hand drill, possibly. Microwave, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours with the microwave. It really just depends on what you're using with this. Now, by itself, $849 is a phenomenal price point. $1,499 is the normal price point of that device. If you want to get it with 2 of the 200-watt solar panels, $1,399 will be your price point with that. Now, normally it's a $2,500 price point. Again, because it's over $1,000, you guys can use that 5% discount code, and you guys can do that with that and save a few more dollars. So, just a great option for you. Now, another one of the new products. Our buddy had power outage up in Wolfboro as well, so you're not the only one without power out around the States, I can tell you that. Now we're going to move to the top of the table. We're going to, of course, come over here. You're going to see a shadow of darkness from the lighting, the way I had it lit up right now. And we're going to talk about the 3000. This is the 3000. Now, this is another new station. Now, the 3000 is, of course, 3,072 watt hours of power in a nice device that weighs about 59 pounds, right? So, about 59 pounds is your weight with this one. I'm going to adjust some lighting so you guys can kind of not see too much shadows, and hopefully that fixed it a little, but it doesn't look like it. Still has the 5 AC outlets. You have that NEMA style plug, and then you have 4 of those 3-prong AC outlets. You have the 200-watt USB-C ports. You have the 2 USB-A 18-watt ports, 12-volt 10-amp plug. Now, the difference is this one does not have wheels. So this one you're carrying around, you're packing around, and that's the way it's going to work. And it's a great option. I love the way this does this. Now, 3,600 watts of power through those AC outlets of pure sine wave, right? Can peak at 7,200 watts if you need to peak up and over that. Now, charge times will vary, can be used as a UPS or EPS, 20 milliseconds to switch over. It has about 11-hour charge time when you're using 400 watts of solar panels solar charging. Now, if you're using the 1800 watts on the wall plug, it's going to be about a 2.25 hour charge time on that 1800 watts with this device. 2.25 hours. That's like charging the 2000 V2. It's amazing. Now, if you use the solar panels and the wall plug, that's going to be like a 2500 watt charge. That's about an hour, a little over an hour and a half charge time with this. So you have the varieties on this. Now, again, full app control, which is great because it's over 3,000 watts. It actually is eligible for that clean energy tax credit program, which is even better. Now, you have, of course, the beautiful plugs and connectability on this that you could ever want. I love that they added all that. Now, the TT30 RV style plug that you guys can see there, which is your NEMA style TT30, you'll have to have an adapter to go into your, of course, piece with that, but you guys have that option on hand. So it's a great little piece. Again, cell to body technology. The batteries are built into the body of this to shrink down the size. I love those options. This should allow you to run a 200 watt fridge for about a day or two-ish. 800 watt electric oven, about 3 hours with this one. 330 watt cooker, about 6 hours, depending on the style of cooker you're using. The electric oven is going to be a more raw, hard point, as in the electric cooker. 6 hours is going to be your max because you may not cook at that full temperature range with this. Now, you could do a lot more with that. If you guys could run, let's say, your 50 watt house fan to 45 watt house fan for over 60 hours on this device. Now, you could do 60 watt flat screen TV for over 30 hours as well. So, I mean, you have a nice large run range with this. Your Wi-Fi router is going to give you over 60 hours of runtime with the Wi-Fi router. Maybe, I'm going to say maybe 150 cell phone charges and other devices. You guys can keep going with the amount of devices with this. By itself, it's $1,499. At $1,499, this is the perfect piece to add to your home, your RV, your toy haulers, and everything else in between. Just remember, though, it does weigh 50 plus pounds, and it does not have wheels. So do know you're packing it around from place to place. If you don't want the station by itself, here's another cool piece with this. You guys can get it as a package deal. Get it with 2 of those solar panels. Now, how long would it maintain my RV battery? I do not know that off the top of my head, Sherry. Fernando might be able to answer that with the 3000 station. I personally don't know that off the top of my head. I don't have an RV, so I can't personally say that one. Fernando actually works for Jackery. He is in chat, so he might be able to answer that a little bit better for you. Now, like I was saying, you guys can get it with the solar panels. You're going to get 2 of those 200 watt solar panels for like $1,800. Normally, it's a $3,000 price tag. He will actually, Fernando, if you're listening in, can you check chat for the group in the chat? And somebody has a question that I don't have an answer to. Yeah, he's in chat, so he'll be posting stuff off and on. I can also have Justin tag him too if Justin's listening. So package deal: 3,000 station plus 2 solar panels, $1,800. Normally a $3,000 price tag. Maddie, hello. How are you doing? Thank you, Fernando. So both great options if you're looking for that. Phenomenal piece. So I really do like that, guys. It's another one of those phenomenal products that if you guys didn't know, I mean, they also have the new 3600. The new 3600 Plus is a larger system geared towards moving and moving around, but has all of those options for you. So just a bunch of great options. Now, we have some smaller pieces in here. We have like the 300 Plus. Now, I don't know. The 300 Plus is a great one. 288 watt hours of power. Nice, portable, accessible. It's like an 8 pound station. I think it's like $239 today. But this is actually a great one for you if you need a small portable one. They have it by itself. They have it with the Mini 40 solar panel. I think with the Mini 40 solar panel, it's like $320. They also have an option of it, the 100-watt solar panel, for like $449. But it's going to be a great piece, fully chargeable in under an hour and a half with this one. It's going to be able to take it on the go and use where you need to. Now, some of these I'm pushing through. We only have an hour time slot, so we do have another large station and solar panels to talk about. But this would be a great camping device on the go, quick emergencies, and everything in between. Now, the 300 Plus is beautiful. It's got, of course, 2 USB-C ports, 1 USB-A port. One's a 100-watt port, one's a 15-watt port. And then you have the 15-watt USB-A, 12-volt 10-amp plug, and flashlight. Hey! I apologize. Like I said, I shouldn't have cleaned my house today. Now with the flashlight, dual modes, SOS pattern, standard light brightness, you have the 12-volt 10-amp plug, still has app control, but portable. The lightweightness of this, 3 different options, of course, if you need this 300 Plus. By itself, you guys have a great option. With the Mini 40 solar panel, it's $320. With the 100-watt solar panel, it's $400 and it's like $449, I think. So definitely a great option for those of you that are looking for something like that. If you're not looking for a device that size, you could go with the 4000 kit. Now, the 4000 kit is a large power station that's sitting back here behind me on the table, which the camera is off-putting of sorts. Now, with this, it's 2,042 watt-hours of power by itself, but as the 4000 kit, you just doubled that, of course. So now you're going to have 4,085 watt-hours of power. The 4000 kit comes with the battery, the station you're seeing, and the battery that's sitting on it, and 2 of the 200-watt solar panels. Now, normally it's a $5,000 price tag. It's 40% off. It's $3,000. With this, you're going to have a 2-hour charge time on a wall plug, which is standard quick charging, which is great. If you had 6 of the 200-watt solar panels, 2 hours would be your charge time as well. And that's the great option about this device. Now, with it, if you want to plug it into your car and charge off your cigarette lighter in your car, it's about a 25-hour charge time just for the station. The cool part with this system is you can put 6 of those 200-watt panels to the station, 6 of those panels to the battery, and of course go to town with this. Again, will allow you to run like a 200-watt desktop PC for 12 hours. You guys could do over half an hour on a MIG welder. So that's the cool part about that. And that's the great thing about this piece. So 4000 kit, guys, is a phenomenally beautiful product to be had. If you don't want the full 4000 kit, you guys can get it with, of course, 2 of the 200-watt solar panels. Now, this is actually a great option. $1,900. It's a 42% savings. You're going to get that beautiful station right there that's got the NEMA TT30 RV plug on the front. It's going to have 4 of those AC outlets that are going to 3-prong. It's going to do over 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 6,000. That means your MIG or TIG welders can be plugged into this without an issue. 2 USB-C ports, 100 watts charging. 2 USB-A ports, 18 watts charging. 12-volt 10-amp plug, and a handle and wheels to roll it around. This station can hold 5 batteries. When you add 5 batteries to this, it's 12 kilowatts of power. It can interlink with the second 2000 Plus, run 10 batteries, and you have 24 kilowatts of power. This will run your home with this. Now, you have great options with this one. If you just want, let's say, the station itself, I think the station's like $1,821 like tonight. So why not get it as a package deal with the solar panels for $18.99 and save yourself a few bucks with that. Now, for those of you that are looking for a large station, we're going to drop down to the other panel. We're going to talk about the 5000. Now, I'm going to move, of course, over. Let's get to it. This is the 5,000, and I'm going to readjust. I know my camera looks a little big on my picture, so see if I can readjust this a little. Let's back up. So this is going to be the 5,000 plus power station. The 5,000 plus power station is their largest station to date. This is meant for your whole home. This is meant for running your off the grid living, maybe your garages, your shops. Maybe you have a horse barn and you just want to run the devices out in there and not have to worry about running your own electrical lines to it. By having this out there, you guys could throw solar panels on top of the barn and just keep stuff running that way, which would be a great option for this. Now, you're going to have 5,000 plus watt hours of power. That's right, 5,040 watt hours of power and 130 plus pound station. It does weigh 130 pounds. Now, it can be rolled around. It's got two large 3-inch wheels. It's got two casters. It's got a large handle that can leverage it around and move it around. You have two USB-C ports. Those are 100-watt ports. Two USB-A ports at 18 watts of charging capability through those USB-A ports. 4 plugs on the front. These are your AC outlets. These AC outlets are going to allow you to do 7,200 watts of sine wave if you want to. That means you can run your home, your central ACs, your washers and dryers, and everything off of this without a problem. 12-volt 10-amp plug. You have a nice display on the front. That's not where this stops, but we're going to get into a few things. This can run your home and run your home appliances. It can run it off what's called a smart transfer station. Now, your smart transfer station is going to be a device that will be wired up by an electrician to your electric circuit breaker box on your house, your shops, or whatever. By connecting up to that, you then link up into the system, and it's going to allow you to run 12 individual circuits through that device. Now, to do that, you're going to have to take advantage of the side plugs. Now, these side plugs is going to be the AC outlet that connects up to the other system or that smart transfer station. Now, you have, of course, this 14-30 NEMA plug. You have a 14-50 NEMA plug. These two plugs will do 120 and 240 volt connectability. By connecting up to that plug, you guys can use the TT30 on your RV and run your RV electronics through the power system of this device. So you have that great little option with that to do this on here. Now, the Smart Transfer Station has its own app control, of course, as well. By using the Smart Transfer Station to run off your electric grid or your power company, it's going to allow you to charge this device at 4,000 watts of charging. By running at 4,000 watts of charging, you guys can have it up and charged in under 2 hours without a problem. So under 2 hours, you're fully charged on a system of this size. Now, that is not where they leave you because they have other plugs and other connectability over here on this other side. First and foremost is going to be the plug on the bottom. This is going to be your DC adapter. Now, your DC adapter is going to allow you to connect up to and control extra batteries. So you guys can add up to 5 batteries to the system. By adding 5 batteries, that's an extra 5,040 watt hours of power per battery. That means you guys have over 30 kilowatts of power connected up to the system with those batteries. Now, if you want to wall charge it off a wall plug, you guys can charge at 1,800 watts of wall charging connectability. That's going to be about a 3.5 hour charge time for over 5,000 watt hours of power, which is amazing. It's actually a really decent and nice charge time off a wall plug. They said, hey, let's not leave it there. Let's add some more to it. Panel. Pop it off. It's not meant to pop off, but we did it for showing purposes. You're going to have 80/20 low power solar array connections. This is going to allow you to connect up to about, I think it's like 1,400 watts of solar panel charging or like 1,200 watts of solar panel charging. That's going to give you guys a 5-hour charge rate. Now, you don't have to just use low power solar arrays. So for those of you that have large solar arrays on the roof of your house, your garages, or maybe you have the movable panels on the big old stations out in your yard, you can connect it up to the connectors switch the switch over, and charge at 4,000 watts of charging. So it has the adaptation to use the larger solar arrays on this system for you. Again, at 4,000 watts, that's under 2 hours to charge said device. Now, that's an amazing idea to have all of that usability and connectivity. You guys can see rolling around is actually not that bad. I mean, it could be a lot worse to roll around 170 pounds, or about 140 pounds, I think it is, like 140 pounds by itself. Now, it's easily done. There's a handle back here if you guys need to that pulls up and allows you to tip it, roll it, and can be put away. Now, the 5,000 plus is an amazing piece. It's going to come with the 500X panel with this one. So you guys will have one panel. You're almost partway there to charging off of, multiple panels. The 5,000 plus is also created with a 0 milliseconds of switchover. So you have no delay switchover with that. Now, by having no zero delay switchover, that means you don't have to worry about your data centers, your home medical devices, or anything else losing power whatsoever. It will stay running constantly. Now, you do have to switch that on through, of course, the smart transfer switch to get that 0 milliseconds. If you don't do that, you have, of course, a 20 milliseconds. And 20 milliseconds really isn't a big delay, but if your device doesn't catch that restart, you may be stuck in a hang-up, and, of course, then you have to deal with it. Now, this package deals like $38.99, so if you guys want, hey, you're going to get that in a 500X. But it's an amazing piece. Great options for you guys with those stations. If you're looking, definitely check them out. Now, for the last few minutes of the show, we're going to talk solar panels and solar options for you. First and foremost is going to be the 100-watt bifacial solar panel. This solar panel will work with the 100 plus all the way up with their systems. Now, you guys technically could connect it up to the 5,000 plus. Do I recommend it? Not really. Get a big panel. There's no need for a small panel for such a large system. Now, if you want to, though, go ahead and get yourself the 100 Solar Saga. This is a nice foldable monocrystalline solar panel. It's like $209. It is fully waterproof with an IP68 rating, which means you guys can leave it out harsh and wet weather, leave it in the rain, it's not going to hurt it. Leave it out in the snow, it won't hurt it. Has, of course, 2 kickstands and an elastic strap with it on hand. Riveted on handles and snap press rings, and of course a nice little kickstand on the front for this. Now, bifacial means it charges off both sides. So this blue side is going to be the reflective charging side. That's going to be the side that reflects it off the ground, like your bounce back sun. The main charge side is going to be the darker side, which is the blacker side. When you unfold this, you guys are going to be greeted with a very, very long and large panel. So you guys can kind of see how long this panel really is. Now, this is a 100-watt panel of this size, which is amazingly beautiful. Now, because it's waterproof, water resistant, I have no problems leaving this out in the rain. You guys won't either. Just make sure that you're using a nice long cable, keeping your station out of the rain, right? It comes with a 10-foot cable. The cable is going to have the adapter for the 7909 and the 8020 adapter plug. So you guys are definitely good there with that option. $209, this is an amazing little piece. Will definitely work out well for a lot of you if you're looking for a solar panel of that style. If you don't want a smaller panel, we were showing you guys and talking about the larger panel. And the larger panel is going to be this 200-watt option, which I'm going to find the video for and kind of show you guys the video. So this is the 200-watt panel. Now, they recreated the panel, so yours is going to look a little bit different. Mine is the single-sided in this video, but you guys are going to get the bifacial. The bifacial is going to be like the 100-watt panel I just showed you, so it's going to get a reflective charging. What that means is you guys are going to get a 26% charge rate even in the low light settings. So you guys are going to be able to do 26% of charging instead of 25% like the 100-watt panel. Now, that's a really cool option with this. Now, it is a large panel. It's going to take you less than 10 seconds to set up. It's going to come with a nice long 10-foot cable, again, 8020 7909 adapter plug, It's a standard with the cabling that comes with this. Now, by connecting it up, you guys can connect it up to the larger stations from like the 1000 V2, the 2000 V2, the 3600 plus, the 3000 series, and of course all the 2000 pluses, the 5000 plus, and on. It's going to work on all of those larger stations, and it's going to do well for you. Fully IP68 rated means, again, leave it out in the rain. Don't worry about it. It's not going to get hurt. Connecting it up and using it is just as simple as just setting it up there and connecting it up. Now, I believe it's like $378, normally $700 panel. So you're going to save about 46% with that one. Godfrey, thank you for the follow. CH, thank you for the follow. Sugar Drop, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome to the show. If you want a small panel, and I mean this panel is nice, portable, accessible, can be taken pretty much wherever you want to go with it. This is what's called the Mini 40. Now the Mini 40 is going to be great for the 100 plus, the 240s, the 300s, and possibly the 500 or 600 if you wanted to. It's going to take a lot longer with the 500 or 600 charge, but this is a portable one. It's meant for the smaller stations. Now Mini 40, still fully waterproof, water resistant. Has their beautiful clasp with their logo. Has this amazing magnetic clasp right here. So you guys have that magnetic clasp. Pressed rings to help tie it down. Monocrystalline solar cell. Now, it is not that small when folded out. It actually has a nice length to it. Now, IP68 rating, leave it out in the rain, leave it out in the snow. Don't worry about it. Take it camping. The cool part is it folds up into a very, very small little package. 12 inches tall, 10 inches long, 5, of course, half-inch thick. So half-inch thick at its thickest point. That means it's the size of a 3-ring binder. It's the size of the notebook your kids take to school and write in at school, if they still take them. I mean, a lot of their work's done on tablets now, but you kind of understand what I'm saying. So kind of like the 3-ring binders most of us used back in the day. This will fit in a backpack. It is only 2.5 pounds. 2.5 pounds. This is lightweight. You won't even notice it's in a backpack. By doing that, like on a 240, it's going to be about 7-hour charge time. Same with the 300, about 7.5-hour charge time with that. Use the little D-ring clips. You guys can clip this onto your backpack, charge it while you're going, or hang it up in there and let it charge in the sunlight while you're out in the campsite. Very nice, very beautiful, and very, very amazingly well done. So if you need, Mini 40. Now we have one more solar panel that we're showing you guys today. This is going to be a DIY system. This is their only tempered glass solar panel. Now this tempered glass solar panel is an amazing solar panel. It's 100 prime. It's a bifacial panel. It's got a 10-foot cable built in, but it is, of course, what I said, glass. This is, of course, you guys just heard it hit stuff, but this is that 100-watt panel. Now, it's hard to show on camera fully, but it has a metal housing all the way around. It is glass. It does not fold. It definitely needs washed because I'm handling of this for all these shows. On the back side, you're going to see the metal housing. The housing has, of course, 12 individual pre-drilled holes, so you guys can mount it on the hardware that is included with the 100-watt prime kit. So it comes with 4 Z brackets, which are these little brackets. It's going to allow you to mount them and connect them to wherever you want. It's going to come with, of course, 8 of those beautiful self-tapping screws, fine thread. It's going to allow you to drill it into like your RVs, your motorhomes, your sheds, and other pieces. It's also going to come with 4 individual nuts, bolts, and of course washers to mount it all. It's all stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about it. This is your 10-foot cable. It's an Anderson clip style plug. It has the 8020 adapter plug, and it will come with, of course, the 7909 adapter if you need to. Now, you guys can pigtail these in with, of course, the Y splitters for the Anderson clips, and you can connect up to multiple of these panels, and they will work great on your homes and other devices, which is a great option. Now, this is, again, fully waterproof, water resistant. bifacial charging, so it can do reflective charging. Doesn't have to be set at a 25-degree angle, but could be if you want to. Now, $179 is the price point for the 100 Prime. It is a great panel. So if you're looking for a panel of this styling, definitely an amazing little option for you. Now, I love that option. Very, very beautifully well done. This is going to work with every system you have that they created. So just an amazing options of panels and systems for that. Now remember, guys, that beautiful 1000 V2 is like 400. I think it's like, let me pull that back up. Price tag, it's like 448. 449. So you guys can get the 1000 V2 for like 449, or you guys can get the 3600 plus for $1,800. Now the 3600 plus is that newer station. It's a beautiful little station, which if we can, let's see if we can show it to you, is the little brother to the 5000. So that's that one. And that is, of course, the $1,800 price tag. So bunch of great options, bunch of amazing pieces. And again, use that 5% discount code to save yourself a few bucks on $1,000 purchases. Now with that, that is the end of the show tonight. What I can tell you guys is we will be back here on the 20th, which I believe is Saturday. So we have another show coming up on the 20th. We'll possibly be showing you guys some new solar panels that day. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. We'll see you guys on the next. Have a great evening, everybody.